A while ago I did show off this first edition or first CD-ROM edition, first CD edition, 10 classic games for the C64 by Rainbow Arts. And this features a little piece of hardware here, which you connect a CD player to, and you plug that into the tape port of the C64, and then you can read the enclosed CD, which contains games, and it loads pretty fast. I did use a standard CD player for that, and to make it less clunky and more device-like, I have some stuff on the table here. And what I want to do today is I want to build a real CD-ROM for the C64. And yes, ROM meaning read-only memory. So even though this is technically audio data, like on a tape, it is still read-only and it is still data. So yeah, I have here a classic IDE CD-ROM, 52 times speed, could be single speed, it's just a CD player. I have a broken 1541 here, which I bought specifically for this purpose, and we will use this as the enclosure and the power supply. I have copied the module which came with the 10 games, so you can have one yourself, and I will put it on PCBWay, so you can go and get your own. And this video, by the way, is sponsored by PCBWay, so thank you PCBWay for sponsoring this video and producing these PCBs. We will build one, and hopefully it works. It's my first one, so fingers crossed. And I found, and that is maybe the most important part of all of this, a device that connects to one of these CD-ROMs and turns it into a full-fledged CD player with forward, stop, play and all that stuff, because you need to skip tracks to get to the specific game and stuff like that. So we need that in order to do this, and this one here only has the eject button. So yeah, you can't do much without a machine. We will see how that goes, because that is a kit which you can order on AliExpress for 20-something dollars. And yes, this project is completely pointless. Nobody needs this. But it would be pretty cool to have a device that looks like a 1541 but is a CD player for the Commodore C64 instead. I will also use a dead data set for the cable and all the stuff, so that will come out of this here. And yeah, so let's get cracking by building this interface, taking a closer look at it, and then putting it all together and see if I can make a CD-ROM for the C64.
This video is kindly sponsored by PCBWay. Thank you, PCBWay.
Okay, let me tell you what I think. My idea is as follows. You take this CD-ROM, you connect this part here, which is just the audio out, left and right. Connect one of these to this right here, which is audio. That goes to the C64, which will be a cable. And we have this construction here, which connects with this cable to the IDE interface. And it should give us a way to control this right here, which means to make it play, skip a track and stuff like that. Yeah, not sure if it works. I have no idea how this here works. I have to look this up because I can't figure it out right now. So that goes like this. And we have to set this to master, I think. And it is on master already, this little jumper here. And then we connect something here for the audio, connect this to here. And well, I have to build this right here. And this is 3 PCBs, which are tucked together right now. A remote control, an Atmel AT89C52. I assume this is pre-programmed, a few parts. And a display to show which track is on. Yeah, no instructions, so that will be interesting. And we have the control: stop, previous, next, pause and play. And the PCB itself, which connects to the CD-ROM. Yeah, let's build this and let's see how it works out. I have no idea if it works. And if it all works, we will put it into a case, which is the 1541 case. So let's sort this a little, because we don't need these, don't need the screws right now. So in the end we really have just a few components here left. So 10 microfarads, this is this one right here. And let's put in all the components and then, or most of the components, and then see. Yeah, we have a classic LM7805 voltage regulator. These resistors were already in place, so I didn't do anything there. We have these resistor packs. Okay, we have some printing on the other underside here. Let's go and let's solder these in, and then let's see for the rest of this. Did remove the IR board and the button board. Continue with this in a minute. Just put in the buttons. Not sure what the interface will look like, because I have to 3D print something to put on the 1541. I don't want just to have these boards hanging out there. And it seems that we have to put some stuff on the underside. It says www.josaudio.com. I have to look that up. Here's our button board, all buttoned up. That is the button board done. So this connects here with a ribbon cable, which is not included. So IR sensor, yeah, I will leave it out for now. Maybe I put it in the board directly, or I just connect it somehow. So we put that to the side. This is done for now. We go and check this out. So it seems that the Atmel goes on the bottom, so we have to solder these things in first, which we did. Okay, that's side one done. I think we have to put this here also. We have to pull one of these here, or cut one of these. It won't go in any other way. Let me see, that is this one right here. Let's see if we can pull that out. No, we can't. Oh, we can. Okay. Yeah, that goes on now. Nice. But first we will solder in these, because that will be pretty hard to reach here. We have these resistor packs here, and these have a little dot on one side, and that is pin 1. And we have a little square here, so these go in like this. We will solder these in. Okay, so let's put in these resistor packs, and there's just two types, the smaller one and the 3 larger ones. By the way, I did check who this JOS Audio is, and it's a Chinese company, so I will leave out the connector for the display, which goes up here, because this controller board will go into the 1541 and the display and the buttons will be outside. I will have to come up with something for that. So let's put in the Atmel, which goes in like this. So there are actually no building instructions on the website. It's just a few photos, which I just checked. And that looks pretty much like what I did here. Okay, that's that in. Now we are just missing the connector on this side, soldering on this side, and the power LED, and we will leave out the IR sensor for now and the display. I wasn't even sure if something like this existed, because my idea was just to take a CD-ROM that already has these buttons, but these are very hard to find, and there seem to be signals on the IDE interface that allow for that, which I didn't know. Okay, I think we are done with the basic module, except for the LED. I think I will leave it out for now. Okay, let's grab the 1541. Let's check how we can actually put this in there, how to mount these two parts and the IR sensor, and take it from there. Okay, so this is the top of the 1541. It's pretty dirty. Not sure if I leave the sticker on. I kind of like it, but I have to clean this before I do anything to it. And my idea would be that you have the drive right here. I won't kill this here. This is just too nice, and it's in very good shape. I think I will 3D print something that sits on here, on the back, where the display is a little angled. You can read it from above, and the keys are next to this. And if we take a look at this, if we put the display here and the keys here, it could kind of work. You can put this on a 1541, on a real 1541 with the drive, and it can control the whole thing from here. Yeah, that could work. So I have to come up with a cover for this. I have to measure a little and then 3D print something and put it in there. Let me design something and print it, and I'll show you. Yeah, here's one for a glitch in the matrix. I bought this 1541 thinking that it was deadish, and it was sold as broken for parts, and explicitly stated in the description it's dead. And just for giggles, I tried my trusted Basil the Mouse Detective disc in it. And it just loads. So since this drive seems to work, I will very carefully disassemble it and use the drive and the board of the 1541 as parts for a dead drive that I will buy because I want to continue with the video. The case is in pretty good condition, so maybe I will even case swap it. I will not destroy the case or anything, I will just make it look nice and nice enough for the video, but I will not destroy the case. So all will be good. 1541 will be saved, don't worry. And let me clean the desk and I'll show you what I 3D printed. So here's our trusted 1541, and I did do a few prints. As always, I did my fitting print just to check if the measurements are right, and they were not. Did a second one, did a third one with a rounded holes for the buttons. Then I printed my final idea, which is this little roof-like construction which plugs on here. And then you have this like this. And there were a few things to tweak. And I did print it in black. And that is my final iteration. And that should just sit on here and snap on. Yeah, it's black. I know it's not the greatest color to choose for this here. I would have gone for dark brown, but this brown is too light. And I don't have that dark brown, so I went for black. Whatever. Let's put the parts in and see if they now fit. And if they do, we go and we connect the display and the button panel and stuff like that and see how it all works together. So this is how it's supposed to look. Yeah, nice. Nice little construction. Took me again a few hours to design and print this. So let's go and let's connect these and the IR sensor and see if this thing actually works, this adapter and this drive and all that stuff, because I didn't, of course, try it or something. That would be too much. Yeah, so much for my great plan. I did disassemble the drive. I did wire up this all here, and it is now here in the case. Works great, at least in the case, not the thing. But this doesn't fit into this because these little clips here, which hold the drive, are too narrow. So I need a better plan. So I will put back the 1541 and have a working 1541 and look for a case for this year. Okay, I'm trying to get along with plan B here. I have attached two cinch ports to the CD-ROM. This is just a few wires that are connected to the audio out where you would normally connect your sound card. And yeah, the leftmost pin is the right channel and the middle two pins are ground, and the right pin is the left channel, like that. Yeah, so now we can, in theory, connect this to this. We only need one of these. But I want to connect a cable here. So I'm using this for now, just for testing purposes. So to know that this works, because I know this works, and I don't need to use my own creation. We will do that in a minute. I have this data set here, which is not in the best shape. It's actually not even screwed together. So I will remove the cable from here and use that cable for our CD-ROM, if I find the case, that is. Did remove the cable and I opened it up, and that's just this thing here. But I can now see the colors. Yeah, since this is keyed, and I assume that this is the top, it goes in like this. Yes, so this is the bottom, this is the top, and this is the top. So we have to solder the black wire on this side here, on the right side, and then from there we just take the colors and proceed like that. And now we can use this cable instead of this connector here, if it actually works, this whole construction, I mean. Now the only connection missing is between the CD-ROM and this connector here, and then we need power. And for that we need 12 volts, 5 volts for this year, and 9 volt or 12 volt for this year. Okay, I found that I had one of these adapter cables here which routed out 12 volts, and this power supply which is especially for drives. So this gives 12 and 5 volts, so much easier. Just connected the 12 volts to this here, which has this little breakout, and the 12 and 5 to the drive. And yeah, we should be good to go. Let's plug it in and see what it does. Ooh! Okay, no disk. Woohoo! Okay, we need speakers. So I have the speakers hooked up. Let's try first CD edition in here. Let's see what happens. Okay, does realize that there's something going on. Oh! That's a proper CD player. Awesome. Okay, that seems to work. So there seems to be some kind of protocol to communicate with over the IDE interface with the CD-ROM. Never seen that before. Okay, let's check if it also works with a remote control. I have the IR sensor here. Let's see. Where's play? It's all in Chinese, makes it a bit more difficult. Ah, no batteries. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, it works. Actually plays the selected track. That's my proof of concept that this whole construction works, which is great. Now I have to put it in a case and connect it to this to make this a real CD-ROM drive for the C64. So I have to find a case. Did bring out the C64, and I managed to actually build a CD-ROM into a 5041 case. I got a light one, a light colored one, and this actually matches much better. This was my initial idea, to actually use a light colored 1541 case because it would match better. Yeah, I ghettoed it a little. Sorry. Because I don't want to destroy this case, because this is a case of a perfectly fine working 1541 also. And I just took it out. It's right here. Works perfect. And it will go back into this case. And this project is done. But I want to have a permanent C64 CD-ROM. Problem now is this cable here seems to be too long. So cable length is a factor. It doesn't load properly if I use this cable. It loads perfectly if I use the cartridge directly. So I'm going to shorten this cable, and I'm also going to solder the audio cable directly to the board here and hope that changes anything. Make it also very short, so the to keep cable length very, very reasonable. And we try again. So I did shorten the cable a lot, and I did just solder the audio cable on here. So this is now it. Module is here, goes in the case. Let's do this now. You can see I really ghettoed it, just hot glued the drive in here. It's pretty stable, and all the other stuff is just hanging there. So let's connect the audio, single-sided, so it's keyed. And that goes, I have to put it on the other side now. Let's do that. It's all connected. Here's the display. Start this up. Still good. Load and play. Let's see if it works now. Yeah, found CD edition. Great. Okay, that looks good. Now let's see if it actually loads. By the way, I tested 5 or 6 CD-ROMs with this interface thing here, and 4 worked. So, yeah, not all of them do. Let's do something. Yeah, awesome. So, I think I officially made the first CD-ROM drive for the C64. Let's do a few beauty shots, shall we?
Thanks again to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. If you need any PCBs, pre-assembled PCBs or 3D printing, please use the link in the description below.
Thank you for watching Retro is the New Black. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you like the video, please share. Every like, share, and comment helps a lot. Until next time, bye-bye.